It's not that I wasn't really being taken care of properly because I had two older siblings and my brother took over. My brother was basically the father of the situation. He would always take care of us. He'd make sure that we had food, that we'd been bathed, that he took care of us better than anyone else would. For sure, he was basically the father that we never had around. My mom would come out of jail. She would go hang out with her older friends, the friends that were always kind of bad news. Then she would usually pick up on an ex-boyfriend or a new boyfriend that we would meet, and then that's whenever it would trigger her to use drugs or if she was already using them. It's not that I was angry at my mom, I was just scared for what was going to happen. We were moving in to our first actual placement foster home, and I really liked it there. It felt great to me to have someone ask me, how was your day at school? What'd you do today? Did you learn anything fun?
The mom had remained clean and sober consecutively for a series of months and jumped through the necessary hoops in order for the kids to come home.
I kind of felt lost. It was really hard for me just because I wasn't ready to let go of what they had given me. And I was happy to see her, I was happy, I was just not ready. I wasn't ready for it yet. That time that we moved in with my mother was the best time. She was clean, she attended church all the time, she was the best mother anyone could ask for. She was amazing. I felt very betrayed. I was so hurt. It hurt because she was doing so well. We had a lot of fears just to where I would be the next day, where I would be going, if I'd meet another family, where I'd be placed, if my sister would be placed with us too, and my mother went to jail, and my fears were always on my mother just going to jail because I've always been so close to my mother, even whenever I was not with my mother. That I was kind of getting used to the whole situation of going and moving out and being with different people, so it's almost like I just went there and I was already settled.
The law says that when the mom has a history of sobriety, that they have to be given an opportunity to fail or succeed. I was at the point where I was like, I didn't want this child to have one more failure, but at the same time, it's not against the law to be poor, and it's not against the law to have to overcome drug addiction or mental illness or any of those obstacles that the families overcome. So I had to advocate for a trial home visit, and it was a successful home visit.
I still had just been part of the family. I was part of their family now, so I just went back on my own. I finally realized that this is me. It's what I want to do. You know, it's not like someone else was making the decisions for me or anything like that. It was all me. And I felt like I was getting stronger and more kind of independent, and I was reaching for goals that I never even thought about reaching years before.
I have watched her grow and blossom kind of in miraculous ways. I was thinking, you inspire me in so many ways. She's gone from allowing someone else to speak for her to standing firm in her own convictions and in her own personality and her own dreams and desires, and she is going to fight her way through whatever, and she will achieve what she says she's going to achieve. There's no doubt in my mind. I mean, not all children are able to rise above their circumstances the way that she has. So, and you never know which child that's going to be. So, giving each and every child every opportunity to be the best that they can be, at least while you're involved, and to teach them to speak for themselves.
You know, I don't have to hide. I can just be myself and, you know, say the things that I want to say instead of people speaking for me. It makes me very strong, and the story of my future is still kind of being written. I'm going to college. I've already been accepted to Ivy Tech. It's just made me very happy for what I have accomplished and what I'm going to accomplish in life.
One night to be confused, one night to speed up truth. We had a promise made, 4 hands and then away, both under influence.